So I made a comment recently on LinkedIn that itself got a number of comments. That was that I believe that a $400 job on retainer is always better than a $4,000 job. I still believe that, but I could see how it could sound a bit odd or weird or off. So let me explain what it means and why I think this is very important and something you should be striving for as a translator, or pretty much no matter what type of freelancing you do. So first of all, what's a retainer job? A retainer job in Italian it will be called forfait, pagamento forfait. And it's something where maybe a client needs the same thing done every month, every quarter, every week, whatever it might be. And so you get a deal with them wherein they pay you a set amount every month and then you handle it for them. Let's take the example that I said. Every month, $400, you need to do, I don't know, their financial statements. You need to translate some financial statements for them. You do that every month, you get paid $400 for it, and that's it. Now say one day they contact you and say, okay, can you do it again this month, the $400 thing? But at the same time, you get contacted by some other new client and say, we have this job that we want you to do for $4,000. Let's say in this example, you cannot do both. You have to make a choice. I think a lot of people would tell the client that they do the job every month for, say, sorry, I can't do that. I have this $4,000 job. What I'm telling you is, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should give up that $400 job for that $4,000 job. And there's several reasons for it. First of all, obviously, if you do the math, $400, once you've done more than 10 months, it pays more than $4,000, fine. But it's more than that. First of all, you can use it to leverage your retainer status. Like you can tell the client, I just received a thing for a $4,000 job. Look, if you want me to be available every month for this $400 job, then why don't you put me on retainer, and that way I can guarantee that I'm available. You know, you're a freelancer, so it's first come, first serve for clients. But if you work on the retainer, then you will be available. You negotiate it, basically, I'll be available up until this amount, you know, and I'll do it for $400 per month, and you pay me $400 a month every month, like clockwork, and I'll be available for this job. So you can negotiate that to get your retainer status. But there are many other reasons why having that $400 job on retainer is better than that one $4,000 job. First of all, once you figure out what to do, what needs to be handled, what needs to be translated, stuff like that, every month it's going to be quite an easy job. The numbers are going to change, maybe a couple of the items on these financial statements, but otherwise it's the same thing every month. And so it's a pretty easy job. It's a pretty easy $400 that you'll be getting every month. Obviously, it also creates stability, which as freelancers, this is very important, because if you do that $4,000 job, then that's great. It'll take you a lot of time because everything will be presumably new. You'll have to figure out what needs to be translated, how it needs to be done. You send it to the client. There's some things that need to be fixed, some issues that need to be handled, etc. Back and forth, back and forth. It took you all month. And then, great, you made $4,000 that month. Next month, you're starting from zero again. And that's the big thing. It creates stability. So if you can get this $400 a month retainer job, then you should be trying to get other retainer jobs. Retainer jobs are what you want to be getting. You have that $400 retainer job. You have a $1,000 retainer job. You have another $500 retainer job. These are awesome because that means you have guaranteed income every month. Then every now and then, look for those other jobs and see what you can fit in. But these retainer jobs, they're your baseline and they keep you going, and these are things that you're guaranteed every month. And that's why I think they're so important. Not just because they add up to more than $4,000 in the long term, but because they take less work, you'll do a better job, it gives you a baseline, it gives you as much guaranteed income as you can have as a freelancer. And they're really something that you should be striving for as a freelancer, I believe. So that's why I made that comment, and I still believe that's the case. Feel free to let me know if you think I'm wrong, or if you think there are exceptions, or what you feel about retainer jobs. At the beginning, they're almost impossible to get, but once you start getting a reputation, once people start getting to know you, and once you start being in demand as a translator, I think it's something you should very much strive for. But otherwise, I'll talk to you next time. Thanks, bye. Savedum.